Hello, I'm Sindre Ditlevsen and welcome back to another tutorial on Unity. We are creating a third-person shooter game and this is episode 5 on how to make doors open and close in Unity. As always, all my tutorials follow the tutorials on coding4.com, so feel free, if you're stuck, to just check out the steps there. Okay, let's head into Unity. So I want this door into the chief's office at my police station to open and close when a player goes near it. All the interior I have here are downloaded from the asset store and it's called Snaps Office Pack. So if you want these materials, just download the Snaps Office Pack for free. This is an entire wall with a door attached to it, but we need the door to be an item of itself. So let's just delete this one. Then I'll go to my Snaps pack and find walls. And I will add a wall without any door attached to it. So I will just rotate it and put it in place. Looks great. Now I will add a door. And this pack also has some doors and windows. So here is a door. So I can add this. I will add this green door here. So let's see. Make it look nice here. This looks really nice. Okay, so if we think now, what are we going to do? Oh, I need just to scale it a bit down. We have this door, which now has a rotation of 0, 0, 0. So what we wanted to do is either rotate to 90 degrees, not like that, yeah, 90 degrees in the Y, like this, or negative 90. So we go for 0 to 90 or negative 90. So we have the door selected, we go to animation and we create here an animation. And I will call my animation classic or door open 0 to 90, because it was 0 to 90. Okay, we are at frame 0 and we press the record button and we add properties, transform and rotation and position. Okay, so at frame 30 we'll go to the rotation and we'll add 90. So it opens the door at 90. Now we can press stop recording and play, and we can see that the door opens and closes. The next thing we want to do is add a collider. So add a component And let's have a box collider. Here it is. Okay, so the collider will have to have its size larger than the door itself. So if it's now 1.25, so if we increase it to 2 in the X and also 2 in the Z, then when a player goes into this area, the door will open. So you can choose itself how big of an area you want the door to be open in. Okay, this is done. The next thing we want to do is go to the animator, and here we have the entry and the door open. So what happens now is that the player comes to the door and it will open. Next thing we want to do is the animator. So have the door selected and go to animator. What happens now is that the game starts and the door will open automatically, but we of course want the player to go close to the door, then have it open. So just right click and create an empty state and call the state do nothing. Right click on it and set as default, so entry and do nothing. From do nothing we want the door to open, so make a transition to door open. In here you have parameters, so add a parameter which is trigger, call it open door. Click on the arrow and have a condition open door here. So what happens now is when the trigger open door is used, then the door will open. So, but of course we want also the door to be closed, so make a transition from door open to do nothing again. Okay, back to our scene and back to our project. Inside scripts, or make a folder named scripts and make a subfolder named door and a new script here called door open. The first thing we want to do is to have our animator. Animator, so we'll just create a variable and our animator at our start will be get component animator let's just get this component animator for the door. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to have what happens when the player arrives to the door. And the collider other. So player enters door. And okay, so the player enters the door, and if we go here, we can see that we have the conditions open door. So if the open door condition is used, then the door will open. So let's set this as animator set trigger open door. We also have an on trigger exit. here on trigger enter we want the animation to be enabled. So animation or animator enable equals true. So we have a private void pause animation event and the animator enabled equals false. Let's head back to our script and our scene, select the door and put the script on the door. On. So let's enable the is trigger for the box collider, select the classic door and have an is trigger on the box collider. So let's try to play it and see what happens. And as you can see, the door opens and it closes. And we're now in the chief's office. Next episode we want to add some sky and the lighting in the rooms.